Hello my lovelies, I have a hair tutorial for you today, and it's my very first hair tutorial, so I hope it goes well. I hope that you guys like it. So I'm just going to do like a basic, the way that I curl my hair. The first time that I tried this look, I normally curl my hair with a great big curling iron, and I just kind of curl it back, and I end up like with the kind of wingy, Farrah Fawcett-y sort of, I don't know. But I tried this look, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 times ago that I filmed videos, because I usually film like 3 or 4 videos at once and then I upload them over the next couple of weeks. And at first I didn't like it, but then every time I went back to look at those videos that I filmed or when I went to upload a new one, it's like I liked it more and more. So I want to show you how to do it. And I do it using a clipless curling wand, and actually it is just a regular curling iron that I took the hardware off of. I watched Candy Johnson's video talking about how to turn a regular curling iron into a clipless curling iron, and if I can remember I'll link that video in the down bar so you can watch it, but it's really easy. This is my big one that I haven't taken the clip off of, but all you have to do is take off this part, and I just kind of I use a screwdriver and I just pry it off, and then you take out these little screws on the side, and then this part will come off, and then there's a spring underneath there with a screw in it as well, and you take that off. And then what you have to do is you have to put these screws back in the side, or at least for the Conair instant heat ones, but look at yours, it might be different, but I put the screws back in the sides and then put the little arm back on it, or the elbow, whatever you call it. And then of course I save my parts from this curling iron because you can put it back together if you ever want to make it back into a clipping curling iron. So you need your curling iron. This is like the medium barrel. I don't know what size it is, but I saved my big barrel one. I didn't take the clip off of that, and this is the medium barrel, but not the small one. At least for me. Use whatever one you want, I guess. You need some clips. I have these alligator clips that sort of like do like that because my hair is so thick. It has like a, what do you call that, a hinge there, because my hair is so thick that the regular alligator clips won't work for it. I have the great big ones, and then I have the like regular medium size ones. So I do put my little poof that I always wear up before I start curling because I don't want to curl that section of my hair. I want to leave that regular. So then I'm going to put up the top, and I just start at my ears, and I go straight back, and I do half and half. So I'm going to take this half first. Put it up however you want to put it up. I would suggest using alligator clips, but if you use like butterfly clips or whatever you use. So I put up this half first because I'm going to curl it last. And then I put up this half, because this is going to be the first section I take down. So you don't want that to be clipped underneath your other section. Okay, and I start with just the bottom. And I do, again, half and half. So I just kind of separated it in the back, so I have half on one side, half on the other. I'm going to use a little alligator clip and clip this side forward so that I don't get it mixed in with this side. So normally when you buy a clipless curling iron, it comes with one of those heat protective gloves so that you don't burn your fingers, because when you do this it's really easy to singe your little fingertips. But since I made this, obviously I didn't get one with it. You can use those little like magic gloves, the stretchy ones that are like 99 cents a pair. You can definitely do that if you want to. So I'm just going to take a section from the back. I don't do really small ones, and I don't do really big ones, but I do kind of try and vary the sections, like a smaller section and then a bigger section. That way your curls look more natural, like they don't look all totally uniform. So here's my curling iron, and you can push this back. I don't need that in the way. And I'm going from the back, and I'm just wrapping the hair. And I definitely, like I said, I do singe my fingers sometimes, and I'm like, ugh! Why don't I wear a little glove or something? But it's not bad ever. Like, I don't ever get a blister or anything. And just kind of hold that for a few seconds, and I pull it out. And if the more curly you want it to be, the longer you can hold that section on the curling iron. And there's ways to make your curls be like tighter versus looser. Like you can be very careful about taking it off the barrel so that it stays in the curl, and then you can pin it up to your head with a bobby pin. You can spray it with a little bit of hairspray before or after, or both, before you do the curl or after you do the curl. You can just be, like I said, be careful about how you take it off of the curling iron, and then you kind of hold it in your hand and you smush the curl together, and that way you're kind of letting the heat come out of the curl into your hand instead of letting the length of the hair pull down on the curl while it's still hot, because then the curl is going to come out a little bit, if that makes any sense to you. I know I'm kind of rambling, but... So I just kind of, it's hard to see because my hair is so dark, but... So, since that side's done, there was 3 curls on that side. I'm going to take this side out and I'm going to use this alligator clip, and I'm going from the back here, and now I'm clipping that section forward so that we don't get in the way here. I'm going to do another section, use my other hand. And I really like this way of curling because instead of getting like actual curls, when it's all done it looks more like waves than curls. It almost kind of looks like pin-up waves or like finger waves or something, if you know what that means. But so I'm not letting the curling iron stay on the curl for a real long time, like I said, because I don't want really tight curls. And I just want to do the bottom here. And then I'm going to show you how I section the top to do more curls, and then I'm going to kind of pause filming and do more, and then I'll pick up filming again like right before I'm finished, and I'll do the last finishing curls with you guys, and then you can kind of see the look, because usually when you watch these you can get a real good idea of how the person is doing it without seeing every single section of a curl. That would be kind of boring. I'd really have to have something interesting to talk to you about, wouldn't I? To keep your attention for that long. As it is, I'm already 8 minutes into this video, and it's like, well, I talked a lot about how to do the curling iron in the beginning, so. Okay, so there's the bottom. And I'm grabbing my alligator clip here. Okay, so now I'm going to use this to hold this section back. And I'm taking down my top section here, and I'm going to do this in half again. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And my hair is layered, so I do have to be, like, I have to do more curls than somebody whose hair isn't layered. And then now I have like a little bit longer. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to go all the way through this section, doing all of these curls. Again, I try and alternate between a bigger section and a smaller section. And when it is a bigger section, I do leave it on for a little bit longer. I leave the curl on for a little bit longer than I do the smaller sections. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and go through now and do more curls. Take down the top section, do some more curls, and I'm going to come back. Like I said, I'm going to take a break from, turn the camera off. I'm going to do most of my hair here. I just singed my finger, see? I'm going to do most of the curls, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how I do the top sections with the very last part, so that I don't end up with like a 45-minute video here. As soon as I'm done with this curl. With this curl, girl. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I went through and curled more sections, and I just have this one this last one top section to do. And I just kind of wanted you to see, in case you're curious, how the top section goes. Where's my little clippy? What's in my hair? So I keep on, like I said, clipping these sections back so that I'm not confused about what hair I'm actually curling. And usually the sections towards the back, I do bigger sections and curls. And then the sections towards the front, I do a little bit smaller. And then, like I said, my hair is really layered. So if you're doing this and you're finding that you're getting a lot of pieces that are coming out because they're shorter than the rest of what you have grabbed together, just go ahead and do the curl, and then once you get done with all of the curls in that section, go back and grab, you know, smaller sections. I'll show you. I would go back and just grab a little bit from the top here and do a smaller section to get those shorter hairs. Or when you separate your sections, like I separated the top section into two, maybe separate it into 3 sections instead of 2, so that you get the shorter hairs in the curl. And I just have one more curl to do after this. And this one here. And actually this doesn't take a really long time to do. Even though, I mean, I split up filming just so that you don't have to sit there and watch me do every single one, but it really doesn't take a long time to do this curl. Because I want it looser, so I don't leave it on for as long. Okay, so that's everything curled. Let me take my clip out. Okay, now before I run my fingers through it or anything, I like to see, is there any little sections in the front that I want to take and curl individually? Because if say there's a section here, I did this actually off camera. I pulled this section out and it didn't look very curled, and since it's towards the front, I wanted it to have a little more curl to it. So you definitely can do that. So then I just run my fingers through it. You can do the pick if you feel like you need it, which sometimes I feel like I do, and sometimes I feel like I don't. So I have my pick out here in case I want it, but I'm kind of feeling like I probably don't really want to do the pick. And then you can take your little parts and kind of, you can take a little piece here and then, you know, do like so if you want it to be like that. Let me do that on this side too. And then I do like to take, like I said, this BioSilk Shine On. It's an aerosol. It really adds a lot of shine. Just kind of finishing touch. And it smells really good too. So that's it. I hope you like it. I like it. I do like that it's not, like I said, big curls. It just kind of looks more like waves. And since I just did it, obviously the curls are tighter. As the day goes on, not even the day goes on, in a few hours it will have pulled down a little bit. My hair is really thick and heavy and coarse. So within a couple hours it will pull down a little bit and it will look a little more natural. And I like it better once it does that, but that's it. So I hope you give that a try at home. Like I said, take off your hardware and give it a try doing it clipless, because you can always put the hardware back on. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.